I'm sure you've heard that it's really important to parent in the present moment, right? And yet, this is extremely challenging because, for whatever reason, in our conditioning, we are always manipulating our experience. It's trying to manipulate our experience or manipulate our children's behavior so that we will get a particular outcome in the future. And it takes a tremendous amount of faith to parent for what is happening in the moment with your child. And we all do this. I mean, we talk about our children often that we call them manipulators. They're manipulating because they're manipulating to try to get something in the future, right? They have this idea of something that they want. And then they start manipulating the environment, the world, your mind, everything to try to get what they want. And so in our parenting, we hear inside, that I must do this and I must do that, and I can't let them do this and I can let them do that, and I must think this way and I must think that way. And I must be positive and I can't be negative, and I've got to be better at this because if I do this, they're going to turn out that way, and I better you know, do everything I'm supposed to do to make sure that my child turns out a certain way, right? And so there's always going to be something, let me tell you. I mean, you're going to get your kid off the computer, and the next thing you know, you're going to want them to eat good food. And then they're going to eat that good food. And then you're going to want them to start taking walks outside and get in nature. And then they're going to go out in nature because they really do, they don't want to cause our uncomfortable feelings. They don't want us to feel disappointed. So we just keep going and we keep manipulating the moment. And every time we see a moment, we think, ooh, we come to this conclusion of, well, this means it's going to turn out that way, or this means it's going to turn out that the other way. And if it's a positive thing, if we got them to eat that good food, then we tell ourselves, well, they're going to be healthy in the future. But if we can't get them off that computer, then we're going to tell ourselves that their brains are going to be fried and they're going to be addicted. So you might be asking yourself, like, how do I stop? Right? Because our brains are going all the time. Well, I'm going to stop, as I just did right there. And as long as we're trying to figure everything out, we're not going to be able to sit down in the silence because there's no how. The mind is going to go. I mean, it's just going to go and go and go and go, and it's always futurizing. It's always trying to go forward. So there's no secret, there's no hidden key in how to stop. The prescription, if we have one, if we want to call it that, is to be still. To step into a moment of silence inside of ourselves, and then to look around in that moment and to come and to meet our children in this moment as if there wasn't another moment. Now, I know you're probably thinking that's impossible to do because there's always another moment, and yet we don't know that. So the more that you're able, and I work on this all the time, the more that I'm able, I'll say, to enjoy the moment with my daughter, just when she even walks in my room before I start, looking at how her hair is or how she's doing this or where's she going or has she done her homework or any of those things. I just always try to take this deep in breath of just breathing her in. So I'm going to offer that as a practice to you, just to, when you see your child before the mind takes off and tells you what they're not doing or what they are doing and what they need to be doing or feeling proud or feeling disappointed, all those things are going to come up. But as a practice, every time you see your child, I want you to just breathe them in. Just take that in breath and breathe their essence, not their behavior, but their essence all the way down into your heart. And just connect heart to heart with the beautiful essence of you and the beautiful essence of your child.